Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Report. We broke a record today at Islip. It was very warm today. Clouds have now rolled in. We have rain approaching. But earlier on it was fairly clear. Unfortunately, I had so much trouble sleeping. I didn't get enough sleep to be able to go to the Pine Barrens today, even though it was clear. And I wish I could have ggone. It was clear for a good part of the day before the cirrus started rolling in later, but unfortunately, just couldn't do it. But hopefully we'll have more nice days. It gets so freaking hot in here, but I'm going to talk about that in my mental health update coming up this weekend. So let's talk about the rain that's coming. So we have rain coming, and you can see here. Here's the rain. It's over Pennsylvania, and this is the rain. Almost looks like you could see what looks like a front over here, and then the trailing cold front here. There's a low here. So looking at our weather map, here it is. You can see here's that low pressure, a little warm front over here, cold front over here. And that tomorrow, that will be moving over us and bringing a chance for some precipitation, obviously rain because of the warm temperatures. High pressure, again, is retreating. I have this low that is going to be moving toward us, and it's kind of a jumbled system, so to speak. Nothing severe with it, but there is some decent heavy rain over central PA. We're probably not going to see that. It's probably going to wind up going to the north. We did have a clear sky today, but the clouds were interesting toward the afternoon. This is what we had in the afternoon. You can see some of these clouds here, some cirrus clouds. They were kind of pretty cirrus clouds, though. Cirrus mixed in with some little bit of altocumulus there. Took a few photos of it for you. Interesting sky, though. Toward those hot approaching clouds are pretty interesting to look at. And we had some more altocumulus towards sunset. I gotta find it. Here's the cirrus again. But towards sunset, we actually had some colorful altocumulus clouds in the sky. As you can see there, really pretty. Look at that. That's nice. All right, so it was a nice sunset if you had. Unfortunately, sunset happens when I'm eating, so that's the thing that sucks about it. And then toward the evening, we had, again, some more of these. So we actually had cleared out for a little bit, and then the clouds had come back in. So kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and look at our temperatures out there, because it's pretty warm out there. Oh, well, 45 at Islip. 45. I wish it was 45 out my window. You know what the temperature is? It's more like 55. Yeah, here you go. 54 degrees. Man, I had to play it. I'm dying in this place, but I'm going to talk about that in my mental health update because it's affecting my sleep, and I really have to move out of here. This place is very bad for my health, I'll talk about that in the mental health update. Some way there's got to be a way out of here. And, I might have to go live in New Jersey. It may be better than living here at this point. 45 in Toms River. So everybody's in the mid-40s. My alley is in the mid-50s right now. Let's look at our high temperatures today. It got pretty warm. Upper 50s across much of Long Island today. We had no sea breeze. Still no sea breeze out there. 55 for a high at Central Park. And let's see what it got to in Toms River. 61 at Miller Air Park. 61 at Miller Air Park. And for the lows, somehow West Hampton got down to 28. So apparently there was some radiational cooling last night. 39 at Islip. And 43 for a low in the city. In my alley probably just got about down to 50. 28 degrees at Miller Air Park for a low. So yeah, there was radiational cooling in the Pine Barrens. Something you don't get over here. Look at it. You see 40 in Muttontown. Boy, that's unbelievable. We don't really have an official reading for Mineola, but I would say it's probably 46 degrees here. So let's talk about the record that was broken today at Islip. We have a couple of record reports, actually, here to go over. So we're going to first start with this one. Daily record high temperature set at Islip, New York. It's funny how people and somebody commented, oh, there's no global warming. February was cold. January was cold. But did we break any low temperature records? We did not. We're always breaking high temperature records, but not low temperature records, which tells you something, that we are indeed experiencing global warming. But, those people, they're drinking the orange man juice. Record high temperature set at Islip, The high temperature reached 58 degrees today at Islip MacArthur Airport. This breaks the old record of 57 degrees set in 1996. And these records date back to 1963. So, yeah, it was record warmth today, and there was another record that was broken, or tied, I think. JFK tied their record of 60 degrees. They hit 60. It's also set in 1996. So this goes back a ways, and then let's go to Bridgeport. High temperature at Bridgeport, 57 degrees. That also ties the old record of 57 degrees, set in 2002. So, yeah, a lot of record highs today. So we'll go over the Islip climatological report. And the high was 58. That record high was 15 degrees above normal. The low of 40, 12 degrees above normal. Normally it's supposed to be low of 28. And normally our high is supposed to be 43. And our average of 49 was 14 degrees above normal. And precipitation, we're still running a little bit above normal for precipitation. And tomorrow we'll talk about the drought monitor. Oh, it feels like a Thursday, but it's only a Wednesday. I don't know why. We'll go over the drought monitor. Here's the New York City climatological report. They ran about 12 degrees above normal. I'm curious if any records were broken out of the Mount Holly office, so let's take a look at that and see if there are any. I don't see any record event reports here, so perhaps they weren't. Doesn't look like there were any records broken out of that office. But okay. Reached 60 degrees, but no records broken out of the Mount Holly office. But we did have records broken for us. So obviously these clouds are coming in with precipitation, and we're going to have some rains through at least the large part of tomorrow. You can see this large frontal system here, and then we have high pressure that's going to be building down by the time we get toward the weekend. Here's again all that rain. I don't think there's any lightning going on with that. I don't think there are any thunderstorms. We'll check. I don't think there are any. And I don't see any. Let's see. We're waiting for it to load here. No, I don't see anything. So it doesn't look like we're seeing any thunderstorms or anything like that. Now, despite the clear skies, there was a little bit of haze in the air. And here's the reason why. Yes, here's the smoke loop. And it looks like we're actually going to be dealing with some wildfire smoke. It looks like there's a bunch of wildfires going on. In the south. And we're going to see some of that smoke. I don't know if those are controlled burns or what, but that's definitely going to be some smoke around for part of the day tomorrow, it looks like. So I don't know if those are controlled burns or what. Let's look at the southeast loop here. And go to the southeast loop. Let's see what's going on. If we have wildfires going on over there or what. Yeah, I do see quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few wildfires. Look at that. Wow, that is quite a lot of wildfire activity right there. We'll have to go back to the MODIS and take a look at that. So let's see if we can find it on the MODIS. I don't know if those are controlled burns or actual wildfires, but you can see all the smoke plumes here. They may be controlled burns. I'm not sure. Well, there's only one way to find out. We'll just have to put wildfires and see what's... yeah, all right. Nebraska County. We got wildfires in Custer County. Those are K. Those are west of the Mississippi. So I don't see anything in the south. I don't hear anything about southeast. These might be... Yeah, I don't see anything. They may just be controlled burns. It's possible they're just doing controlled burns, and that's creating some smoke. And they are doing some in New Jersey as well, so that's possibly what it is. I don't see anything in the news about it. So let's go and look at, of course, the news doesn't say a lot, though. Remember that. So if there are wildfires, I'd like to know. If there are, let me know. But anyway, let's look at the models now. High pressure moves offshore. We have this low that's going to be moving mainly into the Great Lakes, and that's where most of the precipitation is going to go again. But we'll have a chance of precipitation tomorrow. Then the first cold front moves through and brings us back down close to normal, maybe still a little bit above normal on Friday. And then the next low comes in on Saturday, brings a much stronger cold front through Saturday night. And then we get into some of that really cold air for Sunday and Monday. Possibly Arctic air, I guess. You could say it's air from eastern Canada. I don't know if it's really considered Arctic air, but it's going to be cold air. So let's go look at the HRRR. 0 is the HRRR. We'll take a look at our dew points and wind flow first, and then we'll go ahead and look at the precipitation. So you'll see tonight that the winds do become southerly, westerly for most of the day, no sea breeze. But we will have a southerly wind for tomorrow, which means the temperatures won't be quite as warm for us. Now, if you're inland, especially New Jersey, probably be even warmer for you tomorrow. But you'll notice the dew points start to rise a little bit. There's some moisture, but not a lot of moisture here to work with. So that's why the rain, it's not a whole lot of moisture to work with. And then as we get to Friday, tomorrow night to Friday, you notice the winds swing around to the west, and you see that west-northwest wind tomorrow. Though the core of the cold air, the first shot of it kind of just passes us to the north. So it really won't feel all that bad, all that chilly on Friday, despite the breeze, and then the winds turn back towards southerly Friday night. And this is all going to reflect on the temperatures tonight. It probably won't drop much below because we're going to have increasing clouds, so it's going to put a lid on the temperatures. Probably low 40s is going to do it for lows tonight. And then for your Thursday, here's Jersey could heat up quite substantially. Mid-60s, maybe close to 70. For us, because of the wind off the water, I probably have highs in the mid-50s, but there could be perhaps upper 60s. It'll still be pretty warm tomorrow, I think. Maybe just a touch cooler, but it could still get close to 60 in Nassau County. And, my alley is going to be well above 60. So, and then you can see the front coming through tomorrow night. The temperatures drop later. So it'll still be mild throughout the night, but the temperatures do drop into the 40s, and then 30s by Friday morning. And then for Friday, it'll be cooler, but we're still going to have highs well into the mid to probably upper 40s, possibly still close to 50 in New Jersey. So it's not really, it's going to be a little bit cooler, but the really cool air waits. So let's take a look at the precipitation, and you'll see that you'll see the issue here. And I know this model doesn't do it. But I'll talk about it as we get toward the. I have to switch to the GFS, but I'll just show you. If we look at the 700 to 300 humidity here, it actually looks pretty decent on here. So, which you think would support more rain. It's kind of interesting. When that is interesting. So the HRRR doesn't show this, obviously. So let's look at the HRRR precipitation forecast here. And you'll see that little batch of rain. It just has it going right to the north of us for whatever reason. It's not until we get to the late morning hours, into the early afternoon, that we see a little bit of rain shower activity develop across the area. Not a whole lot, and you can see it's mainly light, but there could be brief, maybe moderate rain around. But it's very light in nature, and then it's out of here by the evening. And then here's your next clipper system. That's going to usher in the colder air for the weekend here. And that's probably not going to bring us much precipitation either. So if we look at this, you'll see total accumulated precip, really barely anything at all tomorrow. Now I'm going to switch this to the GFS, and I have a feeling, nope, that looks very, very low as well. I'm guessing because the main dynamics are off to the north again, because that's where the low is. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing. So I can go to the NAM as well, the NAM 3. It's the same deal. I mean, we're barely going to see any rain tomorrow. We're going to be lucky if we get a tenth of an inch now. So the model's definitely trending drier for tomorrow. Here's the NAM. And you'll see here that there's that area of showers that comes through. It's a little bit of light rain around maybe 1, 2 o'clock, and then it's out. Maybe there's a stray shower in the evening. And then as we get into Friday, we will have some wind. I don't think it'll be that strong. Not strong enough for a wind advisory, but you'll definitely notice it. And then again, your clipper system, which again isn't really going to bring much in the way of rain. So now that we looked at all that, I guess we'll go ahead and just take a peek at the weekend here on the GFS and show you again. Here's the GFS. And we'll look at our dew points and wind flow just to show you what's going to happen. So you can see Friday, that's just a passing cold air mass. But here we go into Saturday. Southwest winds, which means Saturday is going to warm back up again. And then as we get into Sunday, here comes the cold air. Monday into Sunday and Monday looks like we're going to be in that cold air from eastern Canada, and that's going to bring much colder temperatures. After it's like a weather whiplash. So you'll see the temperatures rise on Saturday. Jersey could get close to 60 again. Might even do better than that once we get into the short range models, which I'll talk about. I'll talk about the weekend on Friday night, and for Sunday, I should say, you see the temperatures drop, and we're going to struggle just to the mid 30s, and then same deal on Monday, maybe even a little bit colder than that. But it still won't be like staying below freezing. So it does seem like the core of this Arctic air mass stays to the north of us, but we'll get some piece of it. So we'll see some lower temperatures. Now the skies, obviously tomorrow there'll be plenty of clouds. Friday, hopefully we can get some sunshine, though there may be some patchy stratoq. Saturday, obviously we'll be dealing with more clouds again, and then possibly slight chance of precip, though it doesn't look very optimistic. And then Sunday and Monday, we should have nice, mostly sunny skies, though there could be it looks like some ocean effect cloudiness, perhaps over Long Island, perhaps. Long Island and the Cape. Cape Cod gets a lot of that. See Provincetown. Beautiful place, but the weather there kind of is rather stormy. So it's out in the open. It's like if you think Montauk's out there. Let's go look at the RGM. So here's the RGM for tomorrow. Obviously, plenty of clouds. We won't see much sun. And then for Friday, we'll have to watch again for the stratocumulus development that may occur at least in the late morning hours. And then it kind of thins out by the afternoon. We'll have to see. This may be overdone. And then for Saturday, obviously, we're going to have plenty of clouds, though it does have a little bit of a gap in the cloud cover for about an hour, around 10 o'clock or so. And then more clouds come in. And then Sunday, we can't go that far out on the RGM, all right? But you'll see the models have different opinions on the cloud cover for Friday. So if we look at the NAM, it doesn't have any of that stratoq. So we'll have to see what happens. And I'll definitely have a better idea tomorrow night as to what's going to happen with that. So I guess that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather report. And again, there's only one other thing I kind of want to look at. Look at Ventu Sky, because this kind of looks interesting. This is the HRRR. But I was looking at it earlier, and if we go to tomorrow, it actually gets it pretty warm. And over Jersey, yeah, it could be pushing 70. And you can see here that there is a decent sea breeze, but still, where I'm at, the wind's more over the land, so it could be pretty warm here in Mineola. It's just another reason I don't like living here. But I can talk about that in the mental health report. Mental health update, I should say. Wind gusts tomorrow, not that impressive. It'll be breezy. But here's the thing that I wanted to show you. Let's see if this still has it. Yeah, it's generating some cape. 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, a little bit of cape here. So is it possible there might be this slight chance that one of these showers that develop could wind up being a thunderstorm? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be severe. I don't think we're any risk for severe weather. I'll go to the Storm Prediction Center. I don't think we're at any risk, but I will take a look. I don't think we are, but let's go to the Day 2 convective outlook just to be sure. Yeah, it doesn't really have us in any risk, but it could be the isolated chance of a possible thunderstorm tomorrow. Possible. Very interesting satellite, though, looking at these clouds here. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather report. Thank you for watching. Good night. And remember, if you can breathe fresh air, don't take it for granted, because this is what I got to deal with. It sucks, man. I can't take it anymore. Have a good night.